Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. Although we are feeling great separation from your physical presence, but I believe that if we will keep your instructions in our heart, we will be never separated from you. So, you came first time to Moscow in 1976. You was managing BBT, and in January of 1976, you have received a letter of inquiry from Moscow agency that was importing books to Soviet Union, and they were asking for a full catalog of Srila Prabhupada's books. So you immediately came to Mayapur to meet Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada said immediately, take books and go to Moscow. So you came to Russian embassy, Soviet embassy, and they gave you business visa to come to Moscow. And so in May of 1976, you came to Moscow with Srila Prabhupada's books. You met these managers of this Soviet agency that was importing books, and they were very impressed by Srila Prabhupada's books, and they asked for full sets of Srila Prabhupada's books. So, but they did not have any currency at that time. There was no other currency, only Russian rubles were there. So they were not able to pay for the books. So you have written a letter to Srila Prabhupada what to do. They don't have any currency to pay for the books. So Srila Prabhupada wrote back, maybe you can make a barter for some Russian books that we can sell them in India. And after that, Srila Prabhupada has written second letter. No, you just give them the books, let them read the books. So the main library of Moscow has received first full set of Srila Prabhupada's books in 1976. And also the main library of St. Petersburg received the full set. So next year, in 1977, you have received another letter. A Russian government was inviting you to join first international book fair in Moscow. So you came to Moscow again in September of 1977 with a lot of books, together with Prithuputra Swami, and you have received very nice response from the people. Some of these people, they became devotees few years later. They became devotees, like two Madajis, one of them, she is here. She met Guru Maharaj in 1977, but she became devotee in 1989. And she became disciple of Guru Maharaj. So, and you brought back in October of 77 very nice letter from Russian government to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was so proud. He was showing this letter to everyone who was coming to visit him. It was few weeks before Srila Prabhupada's departure. And also you printed first Russian book in 1977, and Srila Prabhupada told you that you have to make sure that this book will be distributed because it was very difficult at that time to distribute Russian books. Then you came, there was long period when you was not coming to Russia, and again you came in 88 again for the International Book Fair. And at that time, International Society was registered. In 88, it was registered in Moscow. So you had an opportunity to preach to the devotees. And some of them, they approached you to become your disciples. So I met you first time when you came to give initiation. It was May of 1990. And I became so inspired that I joined 1 month before that. But I asked, can I be initiated? And they said, no, you just joined. So I was waiting for 2 years to become initiated. After first initiation, you became very sick when you gave this first initiation for 25 devotees. Your temperature became 42 for 7 days. You was in the hospital in Moscow after first initiation, so you took break for 2 years. No, was not initiation, any more disciples in Russia. But from 92 you started again to initiate devotees, and you have got many nice inspired disciples in Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. Guru Maharaj, you was so inspired to preach that in the 90s you was coming for like 4 months, traveling all over Soviet Union. Every year, 1990, 1991, 1992, 94, for many years you was spending many months in Soviet Union. That's why the Krishna consciousness movement started to spread very widely in this area. And devotees are so thankful to you that you did this great service. So we have to very, very big debt for Guru Maharaj, and we have to carry his legacy. We have to put his instructions in our hearts that we never be separated. Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj ki jai.